Staxx. This is Paul. Let's do this, Dean.
Yo, what's going on? It's Dean Watts, Stay Blessed Productions. I'm here with the man Staxx out in Kingston. We're about to get an interview on the way.
Yeah.
What got you into making hip-hop music?
Well, I could give you like the typical rapper answer. It was Dr. Dre and Eminem, all that stuff. But in all honesty, it was a lot of the older stuff that you'd hear where it was more about telling a story than just like, I don't want to say battling each other, but overdoing the bars. You probably heard some people being like, oh, did you catch that one? And da-da-da-da-da, or did that go over to their head or whatever? I don't want to hear stuff like that in a song. You know what I mean? So like, I was always like, even in high school, attracted to the stuff that was already out for like 10, 15 years, like the OG stuff, like telling a story where everything for them started, and then it kind of just snowballed after I came up to Kingston and started my music thing here.
What would best describe your style of music?
Straightforward, storytelling, that kind of thing. I don't really rap about things that I haven't done or been tied to or close to in the same proximity. You know what I mean? You're never gonna hear me talking about fucking flipping crack on the block or whatever, because I've never done that. I find that's kind of like what's really weird with a lot of new music and stuff that's being accepted now. You could have Joe Blow from down the street that's 24 years old spitting a song where it sounds like he's lived a full life and he's been gangbanging in Compton into his early teenage years and then settled down wherever, you know what I mean? You know right off the bat it's cheese dick and it's all a fairy tale. So why would you bother going into trying to act? I guess you should have, went to being an actor.
100. Who's been some of your favorite artists that you've worked with so far in your career in this industry?
Like show-wise or rapper-wise? Like
both. So like, who's some of your favorite artists that you've made music with, and I guess
Definitely Sept for sure. We go back a million years. We're both kind of not spring chickens anymore, I guess. But other than people like close to me, I would definitely say the best, smoothest, easy experience, like rapper-wise, was proudest. It was oh shit. Alright, so anyways, you guys can also look for Prada to be on my next album, No New Friends. I kind of just let that out of the bag and shouldn't have. But, yeah, so anyway. Prada was the best experience to work with on a music tip. The song that me and Prada did, it was just, like, we had the show down here, May, that just passed at Bar 53, and it was really good. I had his driver staying up here with me, and he was staying in the suite downstairs, and we were in the studio off and on throughout the day or whatever. I was playing shit and whatnot, and I was always wanted to get a feature, but I never wanted to be the guy that was like, hey man, let me stroke your dick, can I get a feature, please? And I was like, I was just gonna go out and do it. And when we were in the studio, I was watching him, listening to things, like judging his reaction, and didn't really want to like look or make like eye contact, I guess, in case I was like let down. But I put on this track that I had and kind of looked over my shoulder a bit, and I saw him like vibing to it, and I was like, okay, maybe I can do this, and I brought it up. Next thing I know, the song was done. So that was definitely the best experience on a music tip for sure.
If you could collab with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
Tupac, 100%. Case closed.
And why?
Because he's basically like the godfather of rap music. You know what I mean? The ability, like, he was one of the first people I started listening to early, and right off the hop, you knew, before like videos were even coming out, and it was just like the CD picture or whatever, or maybe it wasn't one that even was gonna get a video, you could hear like the first minute of the song and see the video in your head already. That was like his ability to like tell stories. So that's kind of like one of the types of people that I model my stuff after, you know what I mean? I don't want to just be like, I'm cool, nobody cares. I want to tell you why I'm making this song, how this song came about, what I want to do with it and all that stuff. I don't want to just feed people songs for the sake of releasing music, you know what I mean?
So since you released Welcome to My Nightmare, what have you been up to?
Busting my ass. That was what? Okay, so I've gone on another solo headline tour in Alberta. Just came back at the top of June for that. Was testing out actually a lot of the new songs for this next album coming out, and it was, I think, only like the second tour, maybe third, where I actually got to like dive right into that EP, the Welcome to My Nightmare one. Basically did it front to back. It was a good time. Then we did the song with Prada, started doing some shows in Kingston again. I took well over a year off from doing anything local because it's so saturated. There's a show every night of the week basically, so it just wasn't really turning my crank anymore to do anything at home.
You have a fundraiser event coming up this month. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's back to school shenanigans on August 23rd. I got all my sponsors involved with the idea. OG Clothing Company out in Abbotsford. I got Easy Extracts out there as well. And Bermuda Limousine here. And the Foundry Tattoo. The way it's going to work is we have all these people putting in different prizes and giveaways and whatnot for the crowd. And for example, Andrew Ottenhoff from the Foundry Tattoos put up a $150 gift certificate for an hour session for your next piece. We're going to do tickets on that prize alone. Like every prize is going to be separate. So it's not going to be like one number and then all the best ones gone and everybody's mad or whatever, right? So everything's going to be kept separate. They're going to be cheap. Everything's going to be affordable there. We got giveaways from OG coming as well, the new clothing company. We got people coming like literally from everywhere that you can imagine. I got Little Coke is making his way from Edmonton. He was just on my Still Smoking tour I did at the end of May through the top of June. He is wild. You can check his stuff out online. He goes super hard and his live show is very intense. Vision's even coming down all the way from Sudbury. And he's making the trek down here for the cause. And we're going to give a portion of the proceeds to KCVI High School's junior football program to help the kids get their costs cut down. So really trying to do some better things for the community and not just like we were saying earlier off camera, blah, 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 giving something back to the community rather than just always taking from it, you know what I mean? We have VIP from Bermuda Limousines, a stretched SUV limo that people, and we don't even have to worry about people drinking and driving. They're gonna get picked up, dropped off, everything's safe. They can ride in style for it and feel like it's a giant event when it's just a local show, you know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to it. I've actually got a little secret I'm working on too. I might send you a little video clip in the next few days to add into this, but I have some friends in the Southside, Jamaica, Queens, and New York that might be making the trip down to support as well. So once we get everything lined out, I've got basically everything done as we are getting pretty close, but I'm going to pull out a couple more surprises before it happens. Tickets are $10 advanced, 15 at the door, 30 for VIP, so it's super affordable for everybody. I won't lie, there's probably not going to be any tickets left unless I set some aside for the door. I think I have like 24 tickets currently like in my possession, and that's it, and it is sold out. So it's going to be a good night. Hope everybody can make it out. This seems to be an event that even social media like Facebook and stuff, I've noticed a lot more shares and communities and stuff, like little groups or whatever you want to call them, getting behind it with the reposting. And I can't remember what it was. It was some Kingstonist, I think it was called. One of the CKWS people has something to do with that page. I even noticed a share coming up on that and helping spread. Like, it's a small venue. Everybody knows not to depend on a Facebook event because the numbers in there mean absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? But that being said, we're also over the capacity of what the bar even holds to begin with. So it kind of is starting to seem like it's balancing out. Like I said, there's less than 30 tickets or whatever, and we're already over in the event page. So it's going to be a good night. So come out!
And what was the date on that event again?
Friday, August 23rd. At bar
what time's it start?
53, 8:30.
All right, make sure you're out there.
Yeah.
Get yourself out into Kingston. Support a good cause. So, Co-Accused has a new album. in the works. Is there a release date set for that yet?
Probably. It's more than likely going to be the same as every year. I drop it on my late wife's birthday in December. So if everything aligns good, we're about half, like, I won't lie, we just started it maybe a month ago, and we've already got 5 or 6 songs laced. Starting to come back from engineering already, and we're probably going to do maybe 10 more and hope to have it out the second week of December. It's going to be, it's a whole new format. There's not 3 of us anymore. It's a lot more street. It's a lot more in your face. There's not a lot of singing. There's not a lot of hoity-toity fancy things or whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just, it felt like something different needed to happen to appease what I set out to do in the first place. Well, what we all set out to do in the first place, to be honest. But me and Sepp come together on a pile of new tracks so far. He's even decided to have a new solo return. He's working on the follow-up to Self-Portrait that dropped in 2016. He's got 8 songs ready for it already, so that one is going to set the tone for the entire city of Kingston, because I know it's my interview and shit or whatever, but at the end of the day, the guy doesn't even have an artist page, and 9 out of 10 music conversations that I come into contact with in this city, it's where his concept all the time, and he just comes and goes as he pleases and does what he does, but kills it every time. There's never a filler track, there's never any garbage or bullshit. It's right to the point. Bars are on level 99 every song, so you can look forward to that too. It's going to be a busy year. We might drop all these before the new year, to be honest, and start on another pile for 2020.
Yeah, because you still have your solo CD that's also on the way.
Yeah.
No New Friends. What can fans expect to hear kind of on that album?
I actually put out a couple teasers, full tracks actually, but I'm Back's on YouTube. It's doing really well. It's a solo track of mine. It basically just explains what I've been doing for the last year. And it's doing pretty good numbers there. It's doing, I know Facebook numbers don't matter, but it's like quadrupled what the YouTube numbers are. And what was that other one we did? Oh, we dropped Light It Up early for Valentine's Day. Me and Sepp did that. He's one of the only like three features, I think, on this record. And that song's murdering everything. There's 14 or 15,000 views on YouTube and another 3,000 or 4,000 on, Facebook had big ones and 3,000 or 4,000 on YouTube. So love songs aren't really my forte, so I have to think personally people weren't expecting it, so I think they're just sharing it around to make fun of me for being an idiot, trusting things.
I like to talk about things that have built us stronger in this industry. What's been a challenge you've overcome?
Networking. Big time. And that's probably the most important thing ever, but it's not that I'm not a people person. And I know it seems weird because like rapper, event thrower, whatever you want to call it, but he doesn't want to be around people. Is this guy retarded or something, you know? And I just never wanted to go chop it up with anybody or listen to anybody, and just all sorts of things. My nerves and just past experiences of trusting people in the business, whatever you want to call it. It's just, I don't know. And I've had, people like Prada and Adlib, and like, guys like that have taught me like really not to pay attention to anything. Because if nobody's hating you, nobody knows who you are. And like, I don't have a lot of haters or whatever, but like, they're talking enough, you know what I mean? So something is definitely going in the right direction, I would think. But yeah, the networking thing, once you can get over that like stress hurdle or whatever you want to call it, you can have a lot, like your capability to do bigger things more often at a higher level just shoots through the roof, really. So I think that personally made me a lot stronger in listening, not just being a stubborn dickhead.
Now, what's been your greatest accomplishment or proudest moment?
Without going into like too much detail or whatever, people like when I was a manager or just doing events and the rapping was like something that wasn't public, nobody really knew I was writing since 14, 15 or whatever, you know what I mean? But when I went to do it, everybody and their dog was like, nobody's gonna pay you, nobody's gonna wants to see you, you think you're better than this guy, this is why we do this, and blah 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 blah. And it took being treated like shit just to kind of spit back in people's faces to be like, oh yeah, I wasn't actually serious, but now I am gonna do it. And then I was lucky enough to have like Seth was one of the people that was like, yo dog, these first like 4 or 5 songs are absolutely garbage, so you're not putting them out under our name unless you're willing to like go back in there and do it 1,000,000 times until it's perfect, right? And I respect that shit because he doesn't want me to look bad, which in turn is going to make him look bad. But on the other hand, there was people that weren't doing as well as us on the other side of the tracks, just being like, yo, let's make a song, dog. No, like Jerry wouldn't know about it or nobody would know about it. Be like, yeah, like let's do it. I'd go over, lay down something, and it wouldn't suck, but it wouldn't be the best, and they would just go ahead and put it out. It'd be a half-ass master, half-ass mix, sound absolutely like dog shit. And then I went through a span of like 6 months of trying to figure out, fuck, why can't I get booked anywhere? You know what I mean? So then finally, like, I said, people like Lib and like the people that help me in the business side of things and learn things, like, why should anybody care to listen to your shit or do anything with your shit really if you're not going to give them the best you can every single time? You can't just be like, oh, I got a 10-song album. Well, there's 4 good songs, but the other 6 just suck. I just had to fill up the album. Well, nobody's going to buy that because they're going to know that those songs suck when they hear it, right? So I think that was like a beneficial thing, I guess, to overcome and take in all at once.
Well, thanks for having us out.
Thanks for coming.
And hope to chop it up with you again soon.
I'll be up that way.
So make sure that you hit up his charity show. You check out his music everywhere. Add him on Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to let you drop your links right here.
Word. Okay, you can check me out on Facebook at facebook.com/Staxx, CAMG. Instagram, Staxx613. iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Deezer, Tidal, your mom's house. You're going to find the music anywhere. Other than that, I want to say a big shout out and big thank you to OG Clothing Company, Bermuda Limousines, Easy Extractor, all my sponsors that make things a lot easier to accomplish and help me out with and keep things on the level and help me get to that next level. You guys are awesome and thank you for coming too, dude.
Cheers, bud.
Yeah.
Right on.